Good morning, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Tuesday, March 30th, 2021. It is the 120th day of elementary school and the 117th day of kindergarten. Please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing and join me in a moment of silence. Please join Ezekiel Moniz from Ms. Dewey's Kindergarten in our Scholars Pledge to Learn. Go.
Gilmore students are problem solvers. We always have a plan. We read, we think, we solve. Our motto is we can. We think before we act. We show respect to all. We take our good choices. Have pride for one and all. We are Gilmore scholars.
Thank you, Ezekiel. All right, let's take a look at our attendance ladder. Here we are. Yesterday, there was 94% attendance. Wonderful job. That is bringing us back to this wonderful streak we had from March 12th to March 18th. Let's continue it for the rest of the week. That means in order to get attendance points, you need to be in school all day long. So please arrive promptly for the start of school at 8 a.m. and stay until 2:15. All right. So it looks like we yet again have 3 classes that had perfect attendance yesterday. There are a couple of new classes that were not on our board yesterday. So congratulations to Ms. Azapek's 4th grade, Ms. Krikorian's 1st grade, and Ms. Lopez's 4th grade class. Please, just as a reminder, before the end of the day, teachers, please remember to go in and double check your period 1 attendance and make sure that you send any tardies that come in remotely to Ms. Gracie. All right, so April is coming. It's just 2 days away, and April is National Poetry Month. So this book, All Because You Matter, is actually written almost like an anthem, and an anthem is like a poem. This book is written by Tammy Charles, and Brian Collier is the illustrator, and he puts together these gorgeous collages. So let's hear a little bit from the author herself, courtesy of Scholastic. And there's also a video on here from Barnes & Noble. In both of these videos, it is the author sharing why she wrote her story, as well as reading the story and how powerful it is to hear from the author herself. Let's take a quick peek.
This is All Because You Matter, and this is the book of my heart. I'd like to talk a little bit about the process of how this book came to be. And honestly, this book came to me in a dream, which I think most writers would say every time we have a dream about a book and we wake up, the dream is gone, all the words are gone. But this particular book, I dreamt of every single word from start to finish. And the words came to me almost like a lullaby, which told me that I needed to write this book as a poem. But in addition to the words that came to me, it was the art that I saw in my dream. And when I woke up, I knew that the artist for this book was destined to be the one and only Brian Collier. I knew that he could bring my inspiration to life. So speaking of my inspiration, what brought me to write this book? Honestly, it was the moment I became a mom. I have a 10-year-old son. His name is Christopher. Actually, that's him on the cover. He's so excited that he gets to be in a book. But I became a mom 10 years ago, and I remember feeling this strong urge to protect him and to shield him from just everything bad. And as he grew older, as he entered school, he started to ask me questions. And these questions would stem from discussions that he would have in class. It may have stemmed from things that he would see on television or online. And most importantly, conversations that he would overhear. My son is very nosy, just like most children. But these questions that he would have, they were real questions. Questions about Dr. King and why was he assassinated. He learned who Tamir Rice was, and he had lots of questions about that. And the mom in me, I wanted to keep him innocent forever. I did not want to answer these questions. I did not want to have these conversations about the injustices that were going on in communities of color and against marginalized people. But I knew that as he got older, these questions would only get worse. He would only have more and more questions. So for me, time was up. I knew that I needed to find a gentle way to put in words all of the feelings that I had bottled up for much of his life. I knew I needed a way to get the words out. And he was still too young to read certain stories in the young adult space. I knew I had to write him a picture book, which led me to my purpose. My purpose for All Because You Matter, I would say that it is twofold. At its heart, this is a love letter to my son, my beautiful brown-eyed, I love the way Brian captures his eyes. It's just spot on. My beautiful son, Christopher, is special. He's a special boy. He is
All right. So I think that Tammy has done an exquisite job of explaining her purpose and her why, for why this book is important, but also how she became the writer that was necessary to put words onto paper. She found her passion. She said her words came to her in a dream, and she used the passion and the love she has for her son and all of her worries that mothers have, and she put them into writing, an ode or a love letter to her son. So in thinking of each one of you are authors, your readers, your writers. Maybe your words will come to you in a dream. Maybe it's something you're feeling today or feeling tomorrow or feeling about everything that's happened over the last year. Jot it down, write it down on paper, start keeping a journal. Perhaps when you wake up with that vivid dream, it's something that comes to you to capture the artist within you. And art can come in many forms. It can come in writing, perhaps it can be an illustration, but you all have a story to tell. Put it down on paper. Tell us about your story. So I hope that you've been inspired throughout this month. I hope you've been inspired throughout this month by many of the authors and the texts that we've read. As a school, we'll be purchasing these titles so that they will be in your classroom libraries, perhaps as they arrive through the mail, and we'll be building these libraries. So if there's a book out there that you particularly like that we didn't showcase this month, which we have one more day to do, please share them with me. And next month, which begins on Thursday, which is April, we'll be looking to showcase poetry, different forms of poetry, elements in poetry. We'll be teasing in a little bit of exposure about the art of poetry throughout the month of April in our morning announcements. So perhaps the poet in you will come out, and your poem can be showcased on morning announcements. So teachers, if you are working on any poetry or have throughout the year, and it could even be years past, a poem that you saved from another class, please share it with me and we can showcase it on morning announcements. So boys and girls, I know these are a little long today, but all good stuff. How about this ST Math Challenge? So the numbers are in. Last week was our first week of our ST Math Challenge, and we competed against the Arnone School. Remember, we were doing it for Mr. St. Peter so that he could make his mark on the Gilmore and he could tell the Arnone Tigers that we are soaring above them. So congratulations to students in grades 1, 2, 3, and 5. If you look at our numbers, you can see here is what your puzzle completion percentage was. In the next column, we were competing against the unknowns. So take a look at the unknowns numbers, okay? In kindergarten, you did an excellent job. You were so close to dominating those unknown Tigers. We only missed it by 1 point. Then grade 4, you did an excellent job as well. You were only off by 4 percentage points. So those of you highlighted in yellow, you did an excellent job. But now let's take a look. What does this mean for the upcoming week? So in looking at the upcoming week, according to the brackets, we'll be competing against the Kennedy. So grades 1, 2, 3, and 5, you are still in the competition. But let's take a look. Those Kennedy Cougars did quite an excellent job. So here's a message to the Kennedy Cougars. They are definitely achieving at high levels. So here is our competition. So grade 1, if last week the Kennedy Cougars earned 78% of their puzzles and we were at 61%, we have to try harder this week. So if you did not meet your puzzle challenge last week, try to meet it this week. Grade 1, you're looking to complete 40 puzzles. Let's take a look at grades 2, 3, and 5. It appears as though here, grade 2, you definitely outscored the unknown. If we were against the Kennedy last week, which we are this week, you want to try and meet a 92% or better. So let's see if we can do that. Grade 3, you did a great job. You surpassed those Tigers, but for the upcoming week, we're trying to beat the Kennedy Cougars, who earned 91%. And then looking down at grade 5, we are trying to achieve better than a 70% this week. So show me what you have, put in that extra effort. While you're considering maybe going and playing Fortnite, consider switching gears and playing your ST math puzzles for this week. It's just for the next 2 weeks. So give it all you have, boys and girls, and let's see if we can stay in the rankings through until the end. All right, and to get you motivated, here's a little motivation to make you get all the feels from Ms. Morton's kindergarten class and Gigi.
Oh my goodness, boys and girls! Look who it is! Can everyone say hi, Gigi? Hi, Gigi! Oh my goodness, is there anything that my Zoom friends want to say to Gigi? Any questions? Do you want to say something to Gigi? Yes, Tristan. What would you like to say to our friend Gigi? He's in the hot seat.
When Gigi sits down.
Oh, you can't believe that Gigi can sit down just like us?
Yeah.
I know. Does anyone else have a question for Gigi? Let's go to a school friend. Leanna, what would you like to ask Gigi?
How did Gigi get into our computer?
How did Gigi get into our computer? Gigi, can you answer that question?
He has to whisper to me. Magic. He has magical powers that let him jump out of the computer to come visit the Gilmore school.
Can you believe that, boys and girls? And we have Gigi's cousin here.
Oh, my Gigi's cousin.
Gigi's cousin is still named Gigi. Oh, aw, Gigi likes it.
That's like her son.
Oh, Gigi's a girl though, just like her daughter, right? Oh, thank you.
All right, so Gigi can sit down, boys and girls, even though on the computer he tends to stand and waddle his way to the next puzzle or the next activity. And Gigi is, in fact, magical. So show him your magic powers and do your very best to achieve all of your puzzles for this week. K to 1, 40 puzzles, 2 to 5, 60 puzzles. All right, remember when you're in school to wear your mask properly. Come to school with all of your materials and supplies. Make sure you do your health screening and checklist and check in with an adult before coming to school. And if you are meeting your puzzles, completing all of your assignments, being present, fully engaged all day. And remember, it's not about just being here. It's about showing your very best and reaching your accomplishments with giving things a try. So work with your class, work with your teachers. We'll be looking to see who will come to our engagement party this afternoon for our in-person friends. For all of you students in K&1, there is a fun activity this weekend, April 3rd, which is on Saturday at North Middle School from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Okay, it is a community fun egg hunt sponsored by Let's Make Friends and the Brockton Public Schools. So you can call the phone number 774-517-7081 or 617-913-6992 to RSVP and hold a spot for you. They want to make sure that there is plenty of fun to be had with plenty of things for children. So if you're planning on attending, if you're in K&1, please be sure to book your spot. All right, let's take it down a notch. So much excitement on morning announcements today. So we're going to work on bubble breathing. So get your imaginary bubbles, get your imaginary bubble wand and dip, dip, dip. Pull it out. Take a deep breath in. Now, slowly blow out. Release all of your breath and feel your chest collapse. Now take a deep breath in again. And again, breathe out slowly. Take as long as you can. Excellent. Imagine blowing the largest bubble, one so big that you could actually fit yourself in it. Let's do one more, a deep breath in, and slowly breathe out. All right, boys and girls, Miss O'Brien is instantly relaxed. Now, just a reminder for the GRC Kids Club, the first practice is next week, April 7th, which is a Wednesday. Congratulations to Jilliana and Sherry from grade 4. In grade 5, Elias, Smiley, Niani, Debbie, Isaiah, Milani, Dahana, and Elijah. And especially a great big thank you to Mr. Curtis and his wife for sponsoring the GRC t-shirts this year. And thank you to all of the staff members who also supported the GRC by purchasing one of our new sweatshirts. We greatly appreciate your support to keep our kids healthy here. And thank you to Mr. M and Mr. Robin for hosting the GRC for another year. We greatly appreciate that. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner today are meatball subs, carrots, fruit, and milk. And it is sunny with a high of 57. That's nice. All right. We look forward to enjoying a nice outdoor, exciting recess. Boys and girls, just one very important reminder, okay? We do want to make sure that when we were out at recess or at an engagement party, that we are keeping social distance. If your mask is off, you must be 6 feet apart. So that is 2 arms lengths. So when we're walking in the halls at 3 feet with our masks on, you can use mummy arms. When your mask is off, you have to be your arm and your friend's arm as a distance apart from each other. And that should be beside you and in front of you. Okay, so get those helicopter arms out. It's the length of your arm and your friend's arm that will keep that distance. We want to be sure we're keeping you safe and keeping our community safe and following all of the guidelines of our professionals. Those are doctors who certainly know more about this stuff than we do, right? All right, there are many doctors that are watching this right now, future doctors, future leaders, future poets and writers. Who are you and what do you strive to be, boys and girls? We are so excited to have you here, and we will see you